Chair.
Go ahead, Councilwoman Days.
First of all, I want to thank all of the citizens who have taken their time to write in or email us about their concerns about the proposed legislation. I think this has been unprecedented. I've only been here a year, but it seems that this is an unprecedented time and an unprecedented number of people who have weighed in on this decision. And this council has been inundated with the gravity of the coronavirus pandemic. These decisions I do not take lightly, but the effect it has had on my community is devastating and continues to be. And as I said to the county executive earlier in this process, my constituents are not being released from the hospital to return to normal life. They are being released to mortuaries. And I have had to beg for testing in North County. It was not pleasant, but I was elected to represent the First County Council District in getting what they needed to do to survive this pandemic. North County was one of the last areas to get testing, and many sites were not county-sponsored sites. I am not in support of lifting the mandates. I'm not in support of undoing the social distancing. And if that's what these folks were told, they were lied to. And I don't use that word lied very often, but it was a deception that, again, was unprecedented. There is a purpose for 3 branches of government. Congress would never relinquish complete control to the president. The Missouri legislature would never turn over all operations to the governor. And yes, unions, you would never turn over all your authority to management. But we did that. We did that as a council. And I might add, we did that in good faith, that there would be inclusion in how we would move forward. Had there been some kind of collaboration or input from the council as a whole, we would not be here having this conversation, period. As a member of the Oversight Committee, my hope was that we would have the opportunity for full council input at some point. But we were told what the money would be spent on, who the money would be distributed to, and how it would be distributed. Not once were we asked our thoughts or priorities. And I should say, and let me use my I voice, because that maybe the other council members did have that opportunity. But over and over again, I hear the rhetoric about the need for additional assistance in vulnerable communities, which mine is one, i.e. North County. My small businesses have gone out of business, waiting on Small Business Relief Fund. Checks are still, were supposed to be there September 1. There are still people who have not received their money from those grants. What are they supposed to do? Still, there are limited testing in North County. The schools have insufficient PPE to even open. They're on their own pretty much. And they're still waiting on computers and hotspots. This has been an excellent lesson in how to pivot on an issue. This is not about masks or social distances. It is about inclusion and collaboration. Again, I am not in support of undoing the mask mandate or social distances. And again, if you were told that, you were truly deceived. I support whatever makes sense to keep St. Louis County residents safe and healthy. When the council got its very first briefing, if you will remember, I asked the director at that time, well, maybe we should put on masks now, because if you look at the news, China, the people in China had masks on. They couldn't social distance, but they had their mask on. And I asked the director at that time, maybe we should put on our mask now. And I was told no, because the masks don't work. They're not effective. So that changed. That's okay if it changed. We're now masking and that's all right. But again, had the administration reached out, they might have found that the majority of this council supported the mask. Again, it's not about masks. It's not about the social distancing. And I am truly disappointed in the fact that some have indicated that my reasons for supporting this are personal. It is not. It is about me supporting and representing the citizens that depend on me to speak for them. And the leadership, or the lack thereof, on how these COVID monies have been spent. These bills require substantive discussions, which is what we should be doing as an effective legislative branch of government. So don't be fooled by a redirection of the issue. We need to remain focused on how to manage this global pandemic, which is going to be with us for a while. Anything else does nothing for those who are most in need, which is my county. It's my county council district. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the efforts of everybody who's weighed in. But again, let's keep our eyes on the prize. It is not about masks. It is not about social distancing. It is about inclusion and collaboration.